back from another video, and today I will be doing a new manga series that I stumbled upon, I think 2 days ago, and I just finished reading the first chapter. And as soon as I finished, I had to come here and record a video, and I'm probably gonna finish it. Well, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna catch up. It's only like 7 chapters in. Next chapter comes out in like 4 days. I'm talking about Blue Box. It's a new Shonen Jump. It was about two main characters, Taiki and Chinatsu. It's a sports related romance, and Taiki is the male main character and he plays badminton. He's on the badminton team. And Chinatsu is the female role main character and she is on the basketball team. And I just want to talk about how much I liked the first chapter, because I was really engaged during the whole first chapter. So before I start the review and any of that, if you guys could leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow my socials down in the description, that'd be really nice. And also, I would have the first chapter down in the description for anybody who wants to read when I'm done with this video. It's gonna be down in the description down below. But okay, let's get into the video. First, the first page, it just hops in. We see Taiki get smacked by a basketball, and we see it's Chinatsu who hits him in the face by accident, and they just have a little conversation. It's nothing crazy. And then we get backstories of the school. It's two schools connected. It's a junior high and it's like junior and senior class together in a school. That's not that important, but it's just building the world around to see how the story's gonna be. And then we see Taiki romancing about Chinatsu. And then I feel like his friends are the realest of the group. We see Kaio, and him and Hina, they're both Taiki's friends, and they're basically telling him he has no chances with girls, and we see Hina teasing him and all that. And then Taiki is thinking to himself of how he could approach Chinatsu, because he really likes her, and have a conversation. And he's going over these things in his head, like, I don't know, should I just go for a number, talk to her, blah blah blah. And then his first step for his master plan is to get her to know his name. So then we see her sitting outside reading something, probably waiting for a ride home or something. And then he goes and he's thinking like how to approach, not to be so like bold and aggressive for the first time. He's like really trying to have a conversation with her, but he does it anyways. He sees her sitting and she's sniffling, and he just gives her his scarf, napkins, everything. And he realized that he goes a little crazy, and then she pokes a little fun at him, saying she wants him to pull more stuff from his bag, and he gets embarrassed. But yeah, she's joking, she's just laughing. And then we see he gets cool from taking everything off, and then she gives him back all his stuff, and then she says his name, and then he's like, how do you know my name? But she says that she knows it from because his mom used to go to this school, and she was a famous basketball player. Well, not famous, but she was a good basketball player. But I think that she just knew it all along, and she's just saying that. So that's 1 point for him. He's decided he knows now. And then he's looking for round 2. He's thinking about what he should do right now for round 2, and he says he will ask for her number, and that's what he's doing. And then he gets another conversation with Hina, and Hina's just poking more fun at him. And then he goes to the gym because he's looking for her. And then he finds out the gym shooting mad shots after practice. So you could tell that she's very dedicated when it comes to sports and all that, and when it comes to actually going to the nationals, because that's the next topic that comes up. He walks in, and then we see her pass him straight up basketball, and they're going to do she asks to do a one-on-one, and he doesn't even stand a chance, it seems like. And then she says, that's what I expect for somebody that plays badminton anyways. And then they have a little conversation about how they both grew up, and how his mom used to play basketball with him, but it was never his thing. And same thing with her mom, because both their moms were on the same team together growing up. So they kind of have stuff to talk about. So it's not really like the conversation is flowing because they have stuff to talk about. And then he talks about why he likes badminton so much. He says he likes it so much because it's only him on himself. It's only him by himself in the court, and if he wins, he wins, and he knows that he won because of himself. But if he loses, he has to take full responsibility for himself. And then we see a little backstory about Chinatsu, and we learn how dedicated she is, because he says once he brings up a topic about once he saw her when they lost nationals, and she stayed in the gym and shot hundreds of shots, and he saw tears in her eyes. And then he realizes that that really crushed her because she worked so hard for it. But then he comes out a little bold, something a lot of people wouldn't do. He says that he works so hard now in badminton and he practices every single morning because he saw her like that. And then he says that's the reason why I started liking you. And then her eyes get really big, but somebody comes from the school and says it's time to go home, kids. And then she puts the balls inside the rack, the basketballs, and they touch hands when they go reach for the basketball. And then she says thanks, and that was it. Like, they didn't have no further conversation. But this panel was really cool to me. He says maybe it's only because it's after practice, but her hands felt warmer than before. So I don't know if they're trying to apply that she's happy about what he said, because people usually correlate like warmness with like happiness and stuff like that. So that's what I thought when I saw that. And then we see him, this side of him, I think I'm gonna see a lot where he acts very he thinks, well, he doesn't think before he does stuff. So he's getting ready for school because he's late, and then he's having a conversation with his mom about Chinatsu because she's on the paper. And then we see his mom talking about how her mom and her used to play basketball back in the day, and that she'll be leaving and she'll be going overseas because of her mother's work. And he just rushes out the house and he's thinking about like things in her head, like work. He say, work, how could you do this to your daughter? You don't know how she's feeling. She's been so dedicated with sports, and when the nationals, you can't take that away from her. He runs straight to the gym and he tells her, you have to go to nationals because I know how much it means to you. I know that you don't want to leave overseas, and don't give up, and I'm sorry. And then she says like, yo, I'm not going aboard. My mom's going and I'm staying with a family friend. And then me, like, that made me cringe inside a little bit. I'm like, yeah, if that happened in real life, that's like super embarrassing to anybody. But yeah, she's saying how she's gonna miss her family. And then she says, and then this is really cool. She says that she didn't give up because of the conversation they had yesterday. And she says, that's all thanks to you. And they had their little moment, and she says, thank you. And then they play another one-on-one, and then he says after, let's play some Batman. So we don't know what's gonna happen there. He probably lost though. And then we see a little day after. Well, this is Sunday, so I guess that was Friday. And then this is like real, because like he's thinking about him overreacting and how he doesn't want to see her the next day in school. And like that happens to people all the time. Like that happened to me countless times when I'm growing up in school. Like when you do something embarrassing, it doesn't even have to be somebody you like. It could be in general. But the last 2 pages, we see she was talking about his house, because when she was saying family friend that she's gonna stay at, she was talking about her mother, because her mother asked Taiki's mother, because they played together and they're probably good friends, could she stay at their house. So now he's freaking out. She's like, what are you doing here? And she's saying that you're gonna have to take care of me because I live in your house. And then he just screams, you gotta be kidding me. And that's the end of the first chapter. And I was really hooked because there was a lot of cool topics going on. There was a lot of like, they were talking about hard work and dedication, and why sports are important to them. And this is like really cool to me because I've been playing sports since I was like 4 or 5 years old, football, and like hearing more like media and stuff talk about like why sports are really like personal to people is like really cool to me. So that was one thing that really brought me to like this manga so far. So I'm gonna keep on reading it. I really like it so far. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen, especially since they're living together now. So yeah, Blue Box, for people who want to read it, I'm gonna leave it down in the description down below for anybody that wants to see it. Viz gives you the 3 chapters free, and then after $2.99. Oh no, it's $2 each month, but that should be good. And yeah, everybody like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace.